Welcome back to the Morning Blend, where we are cooking with the machine shed. Hopefully for everyone celebrating Christmas, most of your preparations are done, and it's time to relax now and cozy up with a warm winter drink. So Chef Kurt Wagner is here to make a very traditional hot buttered rum, and one of my favorite things he makes all year round. Great to see you, Kurt.
It's great to be back.
Merry Christmas to you.
And Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. Let's talk a little bit about this drink and why it's so popular. The first time I ever tasted it was last year when you were on the show.
Well, I tell you, I can tell you why it's popular. Most of the time when you get your families all together, extended families, people need a little something to take the edge off. So,
Yeah.
so this is one of those ways of doing that, making it real nice and easy. It's nice and warm. You can even start it earlier in the day, and it's not like popping a beer at 10 o'clock in the morning. You can have one of these before noon, and you'll still be all right.
And you seem festive, and it seems okay. You can even do this in a crock pot, probably, right?
You can, and that's actually how I recommend doing it, because it allows that beautiful smell to kind of waft throughout the house.
Yeah.
And that just gets people up and kind of heading to the kitchen. Everybody kind of gathers there to start with.
Good idea. So the hot buttered rum, is there actually butter in it?
There actually is.
Okay, so let's talk about how you make it.
Well, what I've got in here right now is I've already got just the butter and some hot water. That's all that's in there right now.
Just butter, and how much butter?
There is about a quarter of a cup of butter in here.
Okay.
And now we're going to take the brown sugar.
And this recipe is on our website, themorningblend.com. So this is your lucky day, I would say. Okay, so you put brown sugar in there.
That is correct.
Okay.
Now we're going to put 6 cloves in here.
Okay. And those you'll take out later, probably, right?
You will. You can actually strain them out. I've tried using ground cloves, and it doesn't work out quite as well.
Okay.
It's good, but it's not quite as good.
Okay. Oh, and whole cinnamon sticks,
And then whole cinnamon sticks, and these, because it is easy to take them out later. Just going to put those in there.
Okay, put a couple cinnamon sticks in there.
And a pinch of salt.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
So that's all just added to the water and the butter.
Yep. And now all you're going to do, if this is in your crock pot or on your stove on a very low heat, you're just going to let this simmer and cook all day long. 4 hours, 5 hours is great.
And will it kind of reduce and thicken?
It will. It will get a little thicker, a little richer, and then we're going to add the alcohol to it, and that's going to thin it right back out and make it great to drink.
Okay, now I saw that you brought rum. Is that really the best thing to put in it?
I think it's the best thing.
Because it is hot buttered rum, but I wondered if you prefer a different kind of alcohol.
Well, you can use white or dark. I know some people that actually like to use Captain Morgan's because it's already a spiced rum.
Right.
But in that essence, I think it becomes almost overpoweringly spiced. I mean, it just is so strong at that point.
Too much.
So if you were going to do that, then I would probably leave out the cloves at least.
Okay.
And go that route.
Okay, so how do you serve it up then? Because obviously the one that you have right there isn't quite done yet, because that needs to simmer pretty much all day.
That's correct.
You do it in a crock pot or on the stove top. I like to make apple cider around Halloween for the same reason, because it, fills the house with such a great smell.
Well, and it is fantastic that way. It's kind of like baking bread in the kitchen if you're going to have people over for dinner. If you have that bread baking smell in the house, everybody's starving, and by the time you serve them, you can pretty much give them anything, and they're going to think it's wonderful because they're so hungry.
Yeah.
Well, now all we've done is I've just kind of switched burners here, and now we've got our hot buttered rum. I'm just going to stir that up a little bit, make sure. Now we're going to add some alcohol to it and turn the heat off.
Okay. Because it's mighty hot.
And well, what you don't want to do is you don't want to cook all the fun out. You don't want to cook all that alcohol out.
Right.
So now we're going to put in, actually, you're going to put in 2.5 cups.
2.5 cups of rum, okay, to your other liquid, and we started with about 2 quarts of hot water.
That is
so
correct.
that people understand kind of the ratio there. Okay.
Okay, now we've got that in there, so now we're just going to stir this back up, and it should come back up to temperature. It's going to be pretty warm.
Okay.
So you got to be careful.
Okay.
Okay.
I will be.
And now what we're going to do is we're going to grab you a cup.
Okay. Look at that.
And a little more.
I remember tasting it last year, and I was like, wow.
Space on top because we're not done yet.
Because you got to have whipped cream on it, huh?
Well, absolutely. It wouldn't be any fun if there was no whipped cream, now would it?
You're going to have some too, right?
I am.
Okay.
I'll be nice and just put a little on here because we don't want you getting it all over the face.
Okay.
And then we're going to put a little bit of cinnamon sugar first.
Oh, that looks so nice.
And then just a touch.
Is that nutmeg?
And this is nutmeg.
Okay.
And just a touch.
It's one of my favorite spices. Oh, that looks fantastic. Okay, I'm going to take a little sip with the spoon just in case it's a little bit too hot. Do you ever make this at the machine shed? Do you ever serve it?
We will sometimes for a drink special. We actually, in fall, we actually do a hot apple cider outside the building. There's no charge for it. You just come on right up and ask.
Oh,
and,
nice.
We also have tractor rides and all kinds of other neat things going on.
For kids.
Well, we're getting kind of past that season now. It's a little chilly for the little ones to be outside.
Yeah, for sure. You've got a great gift shop inside that people can visit if they're waiting, maybe before a meal, or a great place to visit after, too, for great holiday gifts and cooking items, too. There are 2 locations, one in Pewaukee, one in Appleton. There are phone numbers on your screen if you'd like to make reservations or if you're interested in their catering. They're also online at machineshed.com. And again, the website, our website, has the recipe for Old World Hot Buttered Rum. It's themorningblend.com. Thank you so much, Kurt. And again, Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.